Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the next part of Kameo, Elements of Power. Today, we are going to go through and clean up the Forgotten Forest Glade for hidden goodies such as this elemental fruit. Last time, we cleaned up the Enchanted Kingdom and made it through the Badlands. Hopefully by the end of this we can actually get our next elemental warrior, and you may be noticing a difference in my mic quality. That's because the mic I was using before was just a headset with mic, and it wasn't working out too well. Also, it broke, but that's less significant. Anyway, we're gonna go over here chasing these bats because these are actually the shadow troll. We're not gonna get there just yet because I actually want to clean things up a bit. Ooh, talk to this guy for a bit. Yeah, we can't do anything about the boulder just yet because we actually need maybe we need two specific elemental warriors that we don't have access to right now. But for now, we're actually going to go into this hut here for another fruit. Awesomeness abounds. There we are. Yeah, they're promising to reward us. Keep that in mind as we clean house. Literally. Take out these trolls here. I'm still sporting this neat little costume for Pummmelweed. I don't think I'll be sticking for too long because I'm actually kind of liking his original skin a bit more. And slowdowns. A different kind of slowdown is preventing the video from progressing. Not that it matters. The trolls are dead. You got an elemental fruit for per 3. You're gonna see that a lot. And oh yeah, talk about selective memory. I mean, you could assume that it was just made in the heat of the moment they forgot about it, but backhanded. But this big full fruit gets us 3 fruit entirely, which is awesome. You'll be seeing a lot of those. I'm gonna open up here. I don't go around looking for more runes. The thing about these, the notes add a neat little bit of flavor to the world, especially ones I'll be looking at a hut later because it actually ties into our main quest. Nothing here though. Though it is interesting to see the game developers build up a lot of flavor text, but also plant people. You think it makes you wonder if Pummmelweed was once relatively closely related to these guys. There's a lot of turkeys running around for some reason. Talk about free-range poultry, although they're technically not poultry. You notice in these trees have eyes on them. They're moving, they're living, they're breathing, more so than normal trees. We'll be getting to them later. We can't do anything with them right now, which is a problem because they are actually blocking our way to the Forbidden Forest itself. Not that it matters for the moment. We're gonna go back here. I probably should have gotten this sooner. I'm actually using another guide to get as a means to mark my progress, plan my route out. Not as smart a decision as it could have been, I must admit. It's not. The guide I used wasn't really all that optimized, which is something I'm gonna have to keep in mind for the future. But for now, got another fruit, and we read a sign. Now it's right here. I'm showing this off deliberately. This is our warp back to the Enchanted Kingdom. It's closed off right now. It won't open until we've completed the Forbidden Forest, and that's not till later. For now, we're actually gonna we're gonna start smashing pumpkins. I don't know a lot about the band, but we're just smashing pumpkins. Oddly enough, somehow there are runes in some of these pumpkins. I'm not really sure why. And you think it makes you wonder if well, it certainly gives whole new meaning to the phrase money does not grow on money growing on trees. In here is a house of little more relevance. The scholar's dwelling. We'll actually be seeing the scholar. He's not all that important, but some of the notes you'll find here actually do tie into our objective here in the forest. Fashion more companies, more runes. Elemental trolls. We'll be seeing a number of them. They're somewhat tougher to normal trolls in a way, but at the same time because of the warriors you can make, they can also be easier. The kids playing off in the mushroom cavern. We won't be fighting in the mushroom cavern, although that's where our next shadow troll is. We'll be getting to them later. But yeah, the trolls have captured plant kids. Those little seedlings. No, they're not on the screen. But yeah, we'll be getting to them later. They're actually in the Forgotten Forest. I keep going between Forgotten and Forbidden. Not that it would be difficult to see why it's forbidden. Yeah, I guess, but Forgotten is its proper name. Over here through this little tunnel, we have a cafe. Well, I've always known that coffee grinds that are used can actually help plants grow, but this is literally a whole new meaning. But there's a jukebox here. You can play different tunes from the game that you've experienced for 5 runes, and it's neat. It's a neat little touch. You can listen to music whenever you want from the game.
Welcome,
Not that
to
it
the
means
famous
anything.
Pumpkin Cafe.
What am I
I'm the
saying?
proprietor and
It's a
your
nice touch,
ever-willing
honestly. There is another tune that's in the game that you can't use the jukebox for. It's more of an Easter egg than anything. It's in one of the hunts in the Badlands, if I recall. I'm not really sure, but we'll be seeing it later. For now, though, we are actually going to the shop after we bust open these boxes here. It's not for the rooms. There's actually something behind me. Another fruit. Always need that very special vitamin C and D. Always good, nice and healthy. Although it's not as easy. Don't worry about going to this hut. We won't be going to this hut until we get another 2 warriors. For now, there's nothing we can do in there. Instead, we got the shop, and oh, this dick. Oldest trick in the book, he says. Oh, we'll show him. Oh, once we get our fire elemental, we're gonna burn his shop down. Not really. I've got abundance of runes here. The Fruit Finder newsletter. It's basically there just to help you find elemental fruit in the region, in the Forgotten Forest in this case. I'm not really sure why it's forgotten. There are actually living creatures here. But never mind that. I think we're about on our way to dealing with that shadow troll. As you notice, I haven't really started switching out costumes. Part of the reason why I switched them up so much was because I was actually looking for a specific costume. I recorded this back in December, and there was a specific costume I wanted to use, but I was having trouble getting it to work. This is the Xbox 360 version, which was released when it was launched, and a specific costume pack was giving me all kinds of trouble. It's somewhat glitched, ironically enough. And you do need Pummel to get past those those living vines. For now, we're going to be chasing these mats. I get the pack working eventually. It's really stupid how it works. It is insanely buggy. This thing here, this little plant spawns bugs infinitely. You can kill as many bugs as you want, so long as you don't take care of the plant will keep spawning them. Pummel is your best bet for getting through that. The hut we went into has 3 of them, but they'll revive themselves before long if you can't deal with them properly. That one we just broke down. It will wake up again sooner or later, but fortunately, we can kill it long enough for us to get past it. Keep chasing the bats here, and more bugs. We're just about there. Here's the mushroom cavern right here. Read the sign here. It's nice of the signs to give us clues. If you know the area well enough, you can probably find the signs rather easily. And there's our troll in the mushroom cavern. And it's retreating. We'll have to get to it. As you notice, it's actually behind a wooden grate. We'll get that. I love this little costume I can actually place. It's Jonah Dark from Perfect Dark series. One of the better costumes, if I'm honest. Probably could have talked to him about it a bit more in the past, but oh well. Here, there's the scholar. He's talking about bringing the whole place crashing down. You don't need to worry about that. We actually need to cause some stuff to explode to move forward and get at that shadow troll. So, it's very simple. Pumbleweed's creeper ability can actually get you under the shell if you use Shredder. It's easy enough to break through the wooden barricade. There's another useful. See this little over here. Right, this is a spawner for the shells, but it won't spawn any more of them because we used it for its intended purpose, unfortunately. I was a bit too quick on the draw here. This stone chest, you can use the shell to break it. Use the explosive plant shell to break and get whatever inside. It's not important though. No runes or anything. Instead, we can break it later, but for now, it's just nothing we can deal with. Nothing. Again, it's nothing important. Never noticed the actual arenas on the other side. Of the Shadow Realm here. And it makes you wonder how much or how little this realm makes sense. Not that it matters. what matters for now is the Shadow Troll. It's got our next elemental warrior, and it's not one we've seen before. Okay, so this one is not as easy as the last one. Still pretty easy though. For whatever reason, he's spawning lost souls already, but he's not. The troll itself is not spawning. There he is. I deal one hit of it right away. He goes down in 2. I actually take a little time to not kill it right away because I actually wanted to show off what he does. It's actually rather basic, but if it hits you, it can hurt. In a minute. Yeah, come on, big boy. Come at me. Come at me, bro. Come at me, Shadow Bro. There it is. He'll launch his bats at you like a cannon, and they do a little bit of damage. But considering how easily he goes down and how long it takes for him to actually get that move going, it's actually rather easy to beat him. The other trolls actually get progressively more difficult as they go along. In a sense. There we are. Down he goes. For the most part, the Shadow Trolls are actually one of the easiest quote-unquote bosses you'll face. No matter how many times they take it, no matter how many hits they require. But enough about that. Let's absorb our latest warrior. That cute little guy. Well, I guess. He could be cuter. Oh my god, that hurts! Ow. And here we are. Henshin a go-go, baby! Oh. That can be healthy. I mean, I don't see an instance where lava would actually be a healthy way to grow. But there we are. Meet my latest hunter. Ta-da! Yeah, he looks relatively intense, and we're gonna get a great bit of use of him in just a minute. We woke up mosquito nests. I don't recall mosquitoes actually making nests in real life, but whatever. The rest it's fine. Here's the thing about Rubble. His attacks mainly stun. They don't do damage, but we're gonna fix that in a minute. We have enough elemental fruit to upgrade them automatically. As soon as I can get the program here. Yeah, let's see where we are. We're gonna start by I'm starting off by playing off with his elemental skins. I actually like this one, as metal as it is. Imagine throwing around heads at people. We're gonna give him his first ability, which actually causes his attacks to do damage instead. Razor Stone. In his normal state, it actually adds spikes to his rocks. In this case, that just makes his appearance more metal. It's a really weird costume, but all things considered, it does make it a bit more interesting. He has a blast attack, which causes his pieces to explode in all directions, dealing damage to everything. But it can take a while to charge. This ability here will actually make it easier to launch the attack without taking a hit. And Rubble can be particularly devastating, especially in a crowd, or to enemies with a lot of health. Hence the Stone Storm ability, which causes you to take his blast attack and focus it in a specific direction, causing to fire his pieces in a machine gun fashion. It's a neat little ability. That's what makes Rubble most unique, is that he is very good either on a single target or in a crowd. Mind you, he makes him one of the most versatile warriors. I don't have a history for a Rubble mate up. I haven't gotten his history up just yet. Oh, I haven't. Oh, I can't get over that mumbo jumbo skin. Ah, it's so hideous. So disturbing. I mean, it's a nice little call out, but it's a nice little call out to the Banjo-Kazooie series, but geez Louise, it's frightening. Now that we got our upgraded warriors fully upgraded, I think it's time we took care of our infestation. Or at least one bit of it. We're actually going to go back to the back of the cavern and start feeding these stone statues. As Rubble's going to stay on this platform, you gotta sling your rocks into their open mouths. We're essentially sacrificing heads to feed it, thanks to this costume. But yeah, these guys hold fruit and an elixir of life, respectively. You'll be seeing a lot more of these in the near future. or at least in the new one. I don't recall seeing them very often in the later ends of the series. But it's a neat little thing for Rubble to do. Now that these guys are nice and fed, we get these little bonuses. Don't worry about Rubble missing those pieces. He can regrow them. He does so rather handily, actually, which is weird. One of the neat things about these transformations, you can actually see in them and see Kameo taking a position to accommodate the warrior's stature, even as she moves around. It's like she's piloting Rubble like a tank. Of course, if in case of a warrior like Rubble, I kind of forgot this guy had something to say. Yeah, each time you get a new warrior in a place like this, you'll be put through the paces of using the warrior. And yeah, we're also being told about quests. There's a fair number of them, not too many. The rewards are always nice though if you're looking to upgrade your warriors, because having them at their max abilities makes them very versatile. Especially when you have multiple warriors, because in some instances they can actually combo off each other rather well if you can do it effectively enough. We won't be getting another warrior until after the Forgotten Forest though, so we're stuck with Pummleweed and Rubble for a little while. Come on, where's that last mosquito? Come on. Oh, that wasn't the last one. You gotta kill the nests first before you can take out all the mosquitoes, because those things can spawn mosquitoes endlessly. And we have another elemental fruit times 3. Awesomeness. Yeah, these things are provisions apparently. Which goes to show just how many people actually eat these things naturally. It makes you wonder how often they grow. Especially considering they're elemental fruit. Why are they called elemental fruits exactly? Is it just because the elemental warriors feed off of them, or do they grant other properties? I don't know. Kind of hard. It's a nice little thing to think about, but for now, let's get out of the Mushroom Cavern. It's time we finish cleaning out the place and getting into the woods. Truth be told, we're actually not going to be cleaning up for much longer, because we actually did a majority of it already. We're seeing the trees here. Yeah, we gotta bust them. We gotta bust some caps into them. That's a neat little thing they tell us right here, is Cameos give a Rick Falls. Yeah, I changed costumes again. It's just a generic pirate costume. I don't think it's in any actual other series. First off, let's clean up that sign thing. It's that little sign chain we were going through earlier. There it is. I believe this is the last one. Yep, there it is. I'm actually going through them rather through the signs rather quickly, but these things can offer some rather funny flavored text at times, especially when you're on the last sign. We'll be seeing that later, but for now, let's take these guys out. We need to use the blast, because these things, if you try to take them out one at a time, they'll just plant the roots back in. Unlocked a new action stage for co-op. There's a co-op here. I don't have anyone which to do co-op with, so I won't be showing that off, unfortunately. But yeah, you can see that they have a little leg out of the ground. You have to take them all out in one fell swoop, make sure they don't put those legs back in. Otherwise, they'll just block the Forgotten Forest again. I don't know why I'm pulling these plants again. They're pretty much tapped out at this point in time. Anyway, I'm gonna talk to this dude right here about entering the Forgotten Forest,
so the forest is open.
and then we're gonna close this off. So, next time, ladies and gentlemen, when we return to Kameo Elements of Power, we'll be going into the Forgotten Forest and rescuing the children locked inside, as well as saving Hallis from the demon within. Until next time, people, farewell. Ow. Ow. Stop hitting me. Stop it. Ow. That's it. I'm going away. See you next time.